Hey, welcome everyone. I just wanted to make a short, it might not be that short. I wanted to make a recap video on the interpreting data tables assignment. So I guess I shouldn't call it an assignment. It's practice for this unit, but some of these questions like this will be on the test, and it's just a good skill to know for life to be able to read a data table. And like we mentioned in class today, for those of you thinking ahead to your junior year, it's a pretty heavy component of the science portion of the ACT. So this is really good practice immediately for our unit, a little in the future for the ACT, and then a lot in the future for life, just looking at data. So let's get right to it. I'm going to share my screen here. And we're finding this in Canvas. So in Canvas, today is Friday, the 11th of December, for those of you in this class right now. So you click on that. You can see that we have this graphing unit interpreting data tables. So you can click there, and then we can send this over to Notability. So I've already sent this to Notability, so I'm just going to go straight over to Notability and click on Graphing Unit Interpreting Data Tables. So we're first set with this data table number 1, the Olympic medals. And I might just go through this pretty quick so you can slow it down or speed it up to get everything that you need. And I'll try to go through the answers. So the first question says, in this data table, how many athletes are we talking about in this data table? Well, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The athletes are listed. That athlete column indicates that we're talking about 9 athletes here. Which athlete won the most Olympic medals? Well, it says sport, country, number of gold medals, but I think it says when it says Olympic medals, it means the most total number of medals. So gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals, total number of Olympic medals. Oh, and this data table seems to already be organized by the total number of medals. And so I see at the top 22 medals for this Olympics was Michael Phelps, swimmer. Michael Phelps. So I'll write Phelps there. How many medals did this athlete win total? Well, Michael Phelps won 22 medals, so 22. How many different sports are represented in this table? Well, I see swimming 1, gymnastics 2, fencing 3, gymnastics is there, running 4, cross-country skiing 5, and canoeing 6. So there are 6 different sports. Which sport is represented the most? Well, I see gymnastics. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So of these 9 athletes, 4 of them are gymnasts. So which sport is represented the most? That would be gymnastics. How many different countries are represented on this table? Let's switch colors again. So I see the USA 1, Soviet Union 2, Italy 3, Japan 4, Finland 5, Norway 6, Germany 7. So there are 7 countries represented on the table. So this table is old, right? Because the Soviet Union isn't the Soviet Union anymore, right? It's Russia now. And then the various other independent countries. So which country is represented the most? Here, in this case, back when this table was made, it would be the Soviet Union. So most of you know that just the major land area of the Soviet Union is Russia. So, okay. And they compete as Russia now in the Olympics. Okay, how many more medals did the first place athlete win than the second place athlete? And I think what they mean here is they're ranking them by total number of Olympic medals. So Michael Phelps won 22, and Larissa Latinina won 18. So the difference is how many more did the first place win than the second place? 18 or 22 minus 18, the difference is 4. How many athletes in this table won a total of 13 medals? How many athletes won a total of 13 medals? Oh, it seems like in this table, it's a popular number. So I see Boris Shaklin, a gymnast, won 13. Eduardo Mangiarati, nice Italian name there, won 13. And Takashi Ono won 13. So 1, 2, 3 athletes won 13 medals. 3. How many gymnasts are listed on this table? I think we counted that before, right? So how many gymnasts? So by sport, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 gymnasts on this table. Okay? So this is sort of interpreting these data tables. Maybe I'll do one more, and then maybe I'll make another video for the other one. So this one's a little bit more simple on this. And when I ask these questions, we're referring to just this data table here, okay? So this question could say, according to this data table or listed on this data table. So how many oceans are there on this data table? And I just want to count that. Maybe it doesn't list all of them, but it's got the Arctic 1, Atlantic 2, Indian 3, Pacific 4, and the Southern 5. I guess I don't know if that was that listed when I was in school? Maybe, I don't know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which ocean has the largest area? Area means like how wide, how expansive is it? Not necessarily volume, because it's not including depth, just how much space does it take up? And in this table, it appears that, these are not organized. They're not listed in order of area. So we have to look at millions of square kilometers. And I guess in this one's a little typo, it's written twice. So for instance, the Arctic Ocean has 13,990,000 square kilometers. But if I go down, the Atlantic's about 106 million, Indian Ocean's about 73 million. The Pacific Ocean here is 165,250,000 square kilometers. So the Pacific Ocean has the most area. So that would be the Pacific. Okay, which ocean has the smallest area? 20, 165, 73, 106, and here we go. The Arctic Ocean has 13 million. Arctic is the smallest by area. Arctic. Which ocean touches the fewest number of continents? So I have to go, well, where is that listed in the table? First, we were looking at area, average depth, continents the ocean touches. And I want to know the one with the fewest. So there's a bunch of continents listed, and the Southern Ocean here just touches Antarctica. So which ocean touches the fewest number of continents? That would be the Southern Ocean. That's sort of a new concept to me. The Southern Ocean. I'm actually going to look that up really quick. So, is that just because I have terrible geography? Do I not remember learning about this in school? The Southern Ocean, also known as the Antarctic Ocean or the Austral Ocean. Like Australia means south, Austral means south. I guess I just had forgotten about that. All right, this table is correct. Which two oceans touch the greatest number of continents? So I see a lot listed here. The Atlantic touches Africa, Europe, North America, South America. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The Pacific touches Asia, Australia, North America, South America. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Atlantic and the Pacific touch the greatest numbers. The Atlantic and the Pacific touch the greatest numbers. Which ocean has the shallowest average depth? So this, it looks like now, oh, maybe it is this listed alphabetically and it just also so happens to be ABC, yeah, huh. And it is in order of average depth. So which ocean has the shallowest average depth? Right here, it looks like the Arctic does. Arctic. Which ocean has the greatest average depth? Well, here's average depth. I go all the way down. The Southern Ocean has an average depth of 4,500 meters. Wow. That's an average depth of 4,500 meters. We're talking like 13,000. That's almost 3 miles deep on average. Holy cow. Or 4.5 kilometers, right? We've been using the metric here. So this is an average depth of 4.5 kilometers. That's crazy. So that is the Southern Ocean. Which oceans border Europe? So now I have to really look into here. So I want to look at touches. The Arctic touches Europe. The Atlantic touches Europe. Those are the 2 oceans that touch Europe, the Arctic and the Atlantic. Which oceans border Europe? The Arctic and the Atlantic. Which oceans border North America? The Arctic does, right? Up there by Canada. And the Atlantic, right? Eastern seaboard. All the states on the east are up by the Atlantic. And the Pacific, right? California, Washington, and Oregon, or California, Oregon, and Washington. Are the Pacific there. So it looks like the Arctic, the Atlantic, and the Pacific all border. You guys didn't know this was going to be a geography lesson too. Arctic, Atlantic, and the Pacific. Which continent does the Southern Ocean surround? It's weird to say that, but the only one that it touches is Antarctica. So that must be the one that it surrounds. It's a weird question, weirdly worded. I didn't make up that question, so, but I guess I did ask you. So I don't like how they changed the language there, but the Southern Ocean surrounds Antarctica. Antarctica, yes. All right, so maybe I can put a key out for this once I complete it. Oh, my lights just went off there. But that is just kind of how I wanted you to just get some more practice looking at data tables. All right. Hope everything's going well for you. And as always, let me know if you have any questions. All right. Till next time.